Welcome, beautiful Capricorn, to a new era. My name is Emma. Capricorn, I'm so excited to be back. I've been away for like a week and a half. I've been taking care of my little boy who is now well and fine. Thank you so much for all your comments. Beautiful, beautiful comments in the community section there. I really appreciate it. So we're just going to dive right in. What is going on for Capricorn for the upcoming time frame? I set the time frame to mid-June until mid-July. What is going on for Capricorn, please? It can be anything and everything. And we're starting with an overall energy, and then we're just going to go deeper and deeper. And at the end, there's an extension if you feel like you resonate with the reading. Capricorn. I knew it was one more. Capricorn, didn't you have this last time too? I'm not going to swear on it, but face your fears. But it's like the second card, so it's not the strongest. Resilience, rise above tribulations. Okay, so there's something that has made you drop your shoe. Like there's something that I feel like you want to come back from. Like if I were to compare it to my son, or my situation with my son, like he got sick and we got into this whole thing of trying to have him recover and blah, blah, blah. And that's something I would want to come back from. And even like, I just found out like a couple of days after I knew that he was like, oh, well, he had this croup thing where he has trouble breathing. It's so freaking tough to just stand by and see somebody else has trouble breathing. And keep your light, keep your calm, keep your support, you know. And then you put on this, I put on this, you just have to make it, you know. And then once I realize like you are home free, like everything is going to work out fine. He's going to do well. The relaxation comes in. Or I could compare it to like, you know, you go on, if you work, and then you go on vacation. There's so many people that get sick on their vacation because that's finally when they exhale. That's when they relax. And then everything sort of catches up with them, what they've held on to for a bit. And there's something about like coming back from it. I don't know if that was a good or bad analogy, but there's something, and this could literally be something that has just happened that you want to come back from. You dropped your shoe and you want to come back from it. It has started to elevate, like it has started to visit your fears. It has started, like your fears has come to the surface. This can just be things that you want to come to the surface. You want to examine certain things. You can even be like, you could even have put yourself on a path where you said, okay, bring it on. I want to know everything and anything that's going on with me, inside of me, that's sort of holding me back. And then, you know, one thing after the other starts to pop up, and maybe you even forgot that you asked for it. You don't necessarily have to ask for bring the fears on, but you could have said, bring it on in the sense that, okay, it's like it's just time to move into your best life. And if you start to, you know, you probably have noticed, like when you start to do this work with yourself, on yourself, this enlightenment path, if you will, this awakened path, if you will, you're gonna start to come across a thing or two. You know, you ask to feel so good, to feel the best, to be the best master that you can be, and then you sort of wake up and you feel just the complete opposite, because it sort of brings to the surface now the crap that doesn't serve the master, right? It brings to the surface the crap that doesn't serve the light, that doesn't fit the light. There's something that has come to the surface, but I think it's almost self-inflicted. Interesting, Capricorn. So let's see what this is about. You just have some clarification here, going deeper into the message with a little clarification here, please. Looks like there's one more. Thank you. Wow. So we have King of Raphael. That's so interesting. I've never seen that before. So obviously, I mean, it looks like, which I always think that this looks like Chris Pratt. And if you're not a movie nerd, you probably don't know who he is. But it looks like Chris Pratt to me. Obviously, he has legs there, right? There's legs there. And then there's this huge fish tail that to me today reminds me like of a mermaid. It feels other, and with the dolphins there, it feels very like otherworldly to me. The mermaids and the dolphins is like this underworld, not in the bad sense. This other world of creatures of like such high vibration, such high frequency. It's like you're doing a deep dive, like literally doing a deep dive within yourself, like figuring out your origin and figuring out like who you are. It says, yes, it's safe to trust. The ability to accomplish many things at once. Follow your creative passions. The King of Raphael. And the king, like, the king knows, he knows what he wants. He knows what he wants to go after. But it's also Raphael. So it's like a lot of the healing, a lot of becoming whole. Reclaiming. I mean, it's like with the triud. What is that called in English? With the forky thingy. Aquaman. Like claiming his title over the sea again, like claiming, remembering who you are and reclaiming the throne in a sense. Like I'm the king of the sea, I'm the king of the ocean. And if I translate that, I mean, I don't know if you literally are the king of the dolphins or the king of the mermaids. I'm not judging. I sometimes I just don't know the full picture. But I would say like translating into a metaphor of that is like, to be the king, like to put yourself back on the throne, to be in charge of your own emotions, to be in charge of your own, like something happens and it throws you off your game a little bit. And it allows for you, it might feel like it forces you, but it allows for you to really look at your fears and then to reclaim. As you move through the fears, you reclaim your power again, like you put yourself back on the throne. And simultaneously, it's like in the midst of all of it, you rediscover something about yourself, like your heritage or your origin. And you're getting your strength back. This is the Leo card, so you might have a connection with Leo somehow, some way. But this is you're getting your strength back. You're regaining your strength. There's a lot of rediscovery, regaining. So it's like you're coming out of a situation and you're reclaiming the throne. You're reclaiming your own inner Chris Pratt. I adore him, by the way. It's something you want to reclaim. I also never saw that. I see all those rocks. A lot of movie now. The Rock, the actor The Rock. I can't remember his real name now. But like we have a rock there, like a big stone, and a big stone, and a big stone that leads up to this. It's like a trail of just big stones. A trail of like putting your imprint into something. Like you. We say it's never set in stone, or we say it's set in stone. What is this about? It's so fascinating. It's like we see the stone trail. This is how it was in the past. And then the stone right before the stone that you're sitting on now, you actually move that to the side, and underneath it there's like a big eye. So it looks like there's a trail of stone, like a trail of this is how it was done in the past. This is what went on in the past. And it's like no, I'm not going to do that anymore. That's maybe why it's self-inflicted. Like there's a like something has been going on for a while, and like leading up to this place, I see this stone, like the right before the stone that you're sitting on now, has been removed. Like you're pushed it to the side. To see that it's not linear anymore. It's pushed to the side right there, and underneath it sits an eye. It's like the third eye. It's like you're starting to see with your inner vision, like your inner knowing is coming forth. And it's like, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not doing this the same way anymore. There's something that needs to shift. So it's almost like it's self-inflicted, like this dropping the other shoe, like leaving the situation. Something has happened that you want to get out of. And it allows you to look at your fears. But the reason why why the fear even has like come up to the surface, or this is a situation that you want to, the stuff that has happened might even be you. You move the rock, like you move the rock to the side. Even though the actor, the rock, is quite big to move to the side, but you did it. Like you changed. It might have taken you some time to figure out how to get the situation to shift. Whatever that is for you. So general readings, it can be however you got this relationship to shift, however you got the finances to shift, however you got this health situation to shift. Whatever this is for you, you moved it to the side and you started to see with your inner knowing. Actually, my hairs are standing up now. It's like such a truth. And now you coming up to this now rock, like you're sitting on this rock, and it's like I took back my throne. I know what I'm doing now. I'm resting here on this rock. It's not that it's wrong to put something down, like to say that it's set in stone and like creating this new rock, solid rock thing for yourself. Something just needed to shift to then get back in line again. And 11 is all about that. And I told Sagittarius just about it. Maybe you want to go and check out the Scorpio reading. It really was so beneficial for so many reasons. Just as a thing to bring with you in life overall. I recommend that you go check it out. But it was a lot about letting go of the things that doesn't serve us anymore. But also maybe have a little look at what you think might serve you. That in the long run, even the things that might serve us even gets heavy. To maybe have like a second run of whatever we think is a good thing. We might not have to let it go, but we might have to reevaluate it. And that for me became the numerology. Like I'm sitting here and I'm sort of I'm not bragging whatsoever, but I'm sort of taking a little bit of pride in that I'm not sort of set in stone when it comes to tarot readings. I do them intuitively. And, I don't follow the cards in the sense of this king of this means this and so forth. I'm trying to have an open mind. And in the moment, what I'm feeling about the card is what I'm giving you. But then as soon as I get to numerology, I'm doing exactly what I'm saying that I'm not doing with the tarot, right? I am so focused in that number 1 means this, number 2 means this, 12 is this, 13 is this. And it was like an eye-opener for me that, yeah, I mean, it's a guidance, for sure it's a guidance, but what if there's more to it? What if there's more to the story and I'm so focused in on the number itself and what it means that it doesn't ever allow to get broadened? Because, well, number 14 has broadened, but it's very still rigid, I have to say. So now I'm just going in to ask each and every number when it shows up if he wants to say something more. So that's a message in itself for you, Capricorn, as well. Like, okay, you might take this for granted. This is how it is, but in this, and it can be something that you think is good. This thing that you're doing, and when that shows up, it means this. If you see a butterfly and you feel like, oh, I love butterflies, and each time they show up, that means this. So just ask the question, can it mean something more? Has it morphed into something more? Has it expanded? This person, you meet this person, it feels so good when you meet this person. what more can we learn from this situation? Like, to just add to the situation. So 11 here today, I see very much like to get back into line. You sort of needed to get out of the line to get back into line, if that makes any sense. You needed to shift something, to shake things up. It's almost like you're your own little tower. Like that I know from tarot. Like the tower moment that sort of shakes things up a little bit. It's almost like you are your own tower and you have shaken things up on purpose, only to get now back in line. So we have the 11 with the 11. Sorry, we have the 1 with the 1 that turns into 11. And it's like the 1 is like, okay, we need to take 1 out of alignment to then get back into alignment. And it's like you're stepping through this portal. I see this very much as a stepping through the portal here. And reclaiming your throne over your emotions, over your, like, this is how you want it to be. And in the midst of it all, discovering your heritage, you're discovering your ancestor, your origin, and coming back into your strength. The dove there flies around with the infinity sign, so there's endless possibilities for you right now. Is there something more? Well, it's like you stepped into infinity. You stepped into infinity with, like, coming back to your origin. And there's something to it here with reclaiming your throne. It's like you might just be on a discovery hunt, if there's such a expression, a discovery hunt to figure out your origin, like to know more things about yourself, to not just follow the footsteps or follow the rocks from the past. You have shaken it up. And in the shaking up, maybe you even felt forced to shake it up, but still you did it. It allows for you to have all this information about yourself to come through, and it's going to bring so much resilience and strong energy and like strength coming back to you. It's really beautiful. Oh, angels. What does the angels want to say about the situation, please? To ask your angels. Isn't that funny? I'm asking the angels, and they're telling you to ask the angels. So yeah, this is very much like the connection with your third eye, to go inwards, to ask yourself what works for you. To ask your angels at this time with help. Just a little bit more clarification on that. Throat chakra. So it's like, yeah, speaking your truth, coming into your authentic, real version of yourself, the truth about yourself and who you are. And I'm asking number 5 if it's what the number 5 is today. It's a shifting energy. It's a shifting energy. You're undergoing a shifting. There's a lot of shifting. Third eye is very important right now. To go into your third eye, to sit in meditation and activate your third eye, like to just set that as an intention. Sorry, like you want to activate your third eye. It's already activated, but like to see things through the third eye and sit with your truth. There's a shifting energy here for sure. Like to connect with your angels, connect with your inner being, reclaim that throne of your own origin, finding things out about yourself in the midst of upheaval that you seem to have brought on to yourself. I usually go on a lot longer in these readings, but today I'm going to end right here, and I'm going to create an extension for you. So if you feel like you resonate with this reading, Come to the extended reading if you want to. If not, thank you so much for watching, Capricorn, and I hope to see you back soon. Bye, guys.